decided I was sick of looking at this horrible, nasty looking spoiler, they call it, on the 4Runner. So we're going to go ahead and sand that baby down and then paint it a nice new fresh coat of black. Spoiler's all sanded down, ready for paint, which I've got some good old custom wrap removable coating, midnight gloss black from Duplicolor. We'll see how that works. It should be semi-durable, a little better than the paint, and hopefully it'll look nicer. First coat, it's kind of hard to tell it's on there, but just because it's all black around it, but nice and glossy. I did paint the rear spoiler. I put it on last night, but I think I'm going to take it back off and redo the screws and paint the screws too, just to make it look nice and uniform. But the rest of it looks really good. It really freshens up the rear end on the truck. I think my next project is going to be to do this license plate surround, because it's got a bunch of nasty all over it, and I'm going to take this badge off since I'm going to end up replacing all the rear end with gold badging. So since the spoiler's black, I want this to be black to match it. I think it'll make the gold badging pop a little more and look better on the paint overall. Not that this paint's in great shape. It needs a lot of work, but it was used as a farm rig, and my brother off-roaded it a little bit, so it definitely had some scratches on it. But we'll clean up the 2001, 2002 tail lights and get some gold badging on it, get all that painted black, get it looking sharp again. I might take this arm off and paint it. I might just mask it off and paint it. We'll see. But it's seen better days, for sure. Nobody said it was easy getting to that, and it's not. As you can see, I might have broken a clip right there and right there, but it's also held on by 2 bolts up here, so nobody said it was easy to get to. But we'll get it painted up real fast and back in the truck. Went ahead and got the old 4Runner emblem pull off, since I'm gonna swap them out anyway. Don't need that on there. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the license plate, lights, and the lock cylinder, just to make sure those don't get painted along with everything else. I might actually just take the whole lock cylinder off. Yeah, I can just pop that off with a couple of Phillips. So I'll just pop that off. Considering maybe taking the license plate lights out. Not 100% sure. I might just tape them off. We'll see. One freshly sanded down and ready for paint. License plate surround bezel thingy. I did decide to take the lights and the hatch handle out while I paint, just so that I can take a little time and see if I can't maybe clean these up. They look a little gross. The screws are all rusty and nasty too, so I'm going to take a little time and clean those up with the Dremel while I paint, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, well, one layer on. I do not pretend to be a professional painter. I'm just a man with a can of paint. So we'll see how it turns out. But for now, I'm also going to repaint the screws for the spoiler so I can throw that back on and have it look nice and match. A little before and after. This is the before, this is the after. I just shot a little WD-40 onto the paper towel and just wiped them down a little bit. Nothing too fancy. So while I was in there, I took the old LEDs I had out of my Celica and popped them in here for the 4Runner, since the Celica is currently down and I won't have a need for these back in one anytime soon. They're cheap and easy to get a hold of anyway, but I had these ones here, so I figured why not give it a little LED upgrade. Well, here's the finished product. I'm by no means a painting expert, but it's not too bad overall. I'll definitely try to clean it up at some point. It just looks a lot better than it did, and I'm excited to get it back on the truck here. I did get the spoiler put back on with its fresh bolts. That looks a lot better. So we'll finish. I'll get this put back together with the handle and the new lights with LEDs, and we'll get it put back into the truck. There's a couple of not so perfect spots in it, but I think that with the spoiler paint matched looks much better. I did match the screws up there too. So this will all be getting the gold emblem treatment.